The topic is data validation. We use it to help our customers to enter correctly the information by explaining before how to do that. For example, if we want to buy a flight from Monterrey to Toronto, we provide information about how to select the dates or the airports to guarantee that they are going to do it correctly. In this example, we have a list of students and we are going to validate the information that is empty. So we need to enter this corresponding ID, etc. Number 1. Validate the ID to allow numbers from 0 to 999, 999 only. Define input and error messages. So in this case, we are going to use whole numbers. Then the first step is to select all the cells we need to validate. Number 1. Number 2, we choose data and then data validation. We have 3 different tabs. The first one is settings, then input message, then an error alert. On the settings, we need to select the validation criteria. We already said it's whole number, so we select whole number. Now we may select the different comparison symbol. In this case, is between from 0 to 999, 999. This is the settings. We need to define the input message. The title usually is going to be the field name. In this case, the field is the ID. And the input message could be type a number between 0 and 999, 999. Finally, error alert. We need to select the style of the symbol. Could be stop or warning or information. It's up to you. You choose it. The title usually it's gonna be error because there has been a mistake. And the error message could be try it again. And OK. So every time that the customer will try to enter some information, is gonna receive some help as we specified. And if I type something that is wrong, for example, alert X, then I got the error message. So try it again and then retry. And I can type a valid ID number. Number 2, validate the room to allow the entry of the values to 101, 301, 3202 using the list found in column J. Here it is. So these are as well whole numbers, but they are not sequential. So here we have whole numbers, not sequential. So we are using a list. Again, the procedure is going to be select the cells you need to validate, and then data validation. In the settings, this time we're choosing list, and the source are these cells. So I click on the box, I select the 3 classrooms, and I go back. Input message. Again, I'm gonna type the field name, in this case the word room, and the message could be choose a room from the list. Error. The title would be error, and the error message try it again. And OK. So every time I would like to try some information, I receive the help with this message. If I type something that is wrong, I receive the error message and I retry. And from the list, I just choose clicking on the drop-down menu. That's it. Now, about the language. The question is validate the language to allow the entry of the data intermediate or advanced from a list. Define input and error messages. So these are two choices. Since I need to select from a choice, I'm going to use a list. Then again, the first step is to select the cells I need to validate, and then data validation. Remember, we define it as list, but this time I don't have it. I could type it here or I could type it here. So it's intermediate or advanced. Here it is. Input message. The title is the language. The input message is select a language from the list. Finally, the error. The title will be error. Try it again. I get the message to help type correctly, and then I can choose a language. Finally, for the gender. Validate the gender to allow the entry of data, male or female, and use this list over here. So, it's list. Step number 1, I select the cells I need to validate. Number 2, data validation. Number 3, settings. It's gonna be list. The source, only the choices, never the title. Only the choices because they are gonna appear on the list to select. Input message. Gender is gonna be the title. Input message. Select a gender from the list. Error alert. The title is gonna be error. And the error message. Try it again. And OK. I get the input message to help the person to type correctly. And I select the gender. Number 5, type your information and one of your classmates in the last 2 lines. Does the data validation work? And explain your answer. So if I type here the ID of another student and maybe his name, it actually makes it easier and it's easier to type the information correctly. That's it.